I am here in Castellón and I am ready for a UCI race this weekend. I'm super excited. Panaracer are sponsoring the UCI Gravel World Series this year, so instead of Santaval, I've decided to come and do one of the UCI races.
Okay, here's our injury.
Oh my!
Sarah's telling me it looks bad.
It's bad! And I'm super excited to be here. The course is so up my street, like it's literally just climbing and descending. And I love climbing. I've got so much happier descending with my new bike, so I think I'm gonna love it. Although I think I'm also gonna hate it because it's 3,000 meters of climbing in under 100k. So it's gonna be so hard, so hard. But whatever happens, I think it's gonna be a success to get round. All good trips have croissants. Hello ladies, where are we going?
Hi!
To a gravel race. To a gravel race. On the way to Castellón for a gravel race. I'm here with Sarah.
Hi!
And Sophia.
Hello, I'm making an email.
And we're going on a little road trip.
Girls trip, girls trip, girls trip.
So the what?
This monster.
Okay, this is the car that we've got. Okay, this is not the car we ordered.
It's the car we deserve.
This is the car we deserve. How does it drive, Sophia?
Really great.
We've not stalled ever.
Never.
We didn't miss 3 rounds at one red light because of stalling. We would never.
So we are on our way to do the first UCI gravel race of the year. We're excited.
Woo!
Woo!
Funky Town by Lindsay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay, we have arrived.
We're gonna do a yoga video for you guys later.
We are.
We made it.
We made it. Who drove?
Sophia drove. Sophia.
Yeah.
I've come for a walk to the beach this morning and to talk you through my bike setup for this race. So I've obviously got new bikes this year. I'm sponsored by Lauf Cycles for the next 2 years. I'm absolutely like thrilled to bits with this bike. And yeah, I've got another one at home with a rigid fork, but this one has a suspension fork, but more on that in a minute. And basically I'm just going to decide based on the race which bike I want to ride. But let me tell you, this bike has changed the game for me. Like I'm so happy when I'm riding this bike, and I just love riding it. It's so much fun, and I think my descending has improved like no end. So I don't know when I'm going to need the rigid fork. Maybe when I want to save a bit of weight. I say that, and this is a really hilly race, but I think the time I'm going to save on the descents with the suspension fork is going to be worth it. I'm just going to go and get my bike and talk through my setup for this race. Here we have the beauty. I actually haven't named her yet, so if you want to give it a name, then whip a name suggestion in the comments. I went for the glossy white. I don't remember what the official name is for this colour, but I love it. It's gorgeous. The only thing is, if it gets dirty, it's quite obvious. So this is the Lauf Seigla, and just in case I forget the name is there. So this is a Lauf Seigla, and I ride an extra small frame, and I'm 5'7", so that's actually a really small frame, but I've had a bike fit recently, and it's confirmed that that's the right frame size for me. I've got very long legs and a very short torso, so that's what works for me. So what I'm running, so we've got this suspension fork, which is the thing that's very unique about the Lauf bikes, is they have this suspension fork, and it just absolutely changes the game for off-road riding. Like I feel so much more confident on descents. I'm so much faster. It's more comfortable. We're riding E13 wheels, which are the ones that come with the Lauf, and we've got SRAM Red group set, which is amazing. Like the new SRAM Red 13 speed. So Lauf asked me like what I wanted in terms of setup, and like I've set up my 2 bikes differently, and I'll go through the other bike when I race that. But this bike, I've decided to put a mountain bike cassette on it, because this is going to be my race bike for like the really technical, rougher races. So I want as much of a gear range as possible, really. So here it is, and honestly, it's amazing. And we've also got dual-sided power cranks, which is just super helpful for me training. And then I just put these bottle cages on myself. I really like these ones. They're like pretty cheap and I've never had a problem. They've never broken. And I've also set up a dyno plug here for emergency repairs. So Apogura gave me this tool bag here and I've just popped that on with my emergency supplies. And then one of the key things for gravel is what tyres are we running. So similar to last year, we've got the Gravel King X1s. I'm riding a 40 right now. I actually am going to upsize to a 45 for my next race, but for now I'm riding a 40. It's just what was on what I set up initially and I was happy with that. What else is there to tell you about? Oh, my new bike computer. Okay, so this is the Chorus Dura and it's super cool. And I've been using this for a while. And I'd say the coolest thing about this is like, I've literally charged it like 3 times in my life and it's on 79% right now. But like every time I ride, it has solar charging. So sometimes I'm like net positive if I go for a long enough ride. But yeah, it's got different modes. And I just love the split screen element. So I can basically turn the split screen on and off, which means that my screen shows me like a lot more data and I can choose a lot more data points to be able to watch during riding, which I need when I'm training and I need like power data, heart rate data. I also customize this with Lauf road bars rather than gravel bars, and that's because personally I just I'm not really into a flare bar. The bars are 38 and this stem is 90, but I'm actually going to change it to a 70 stem. I've ordered some 70 stems after a recent bike fit and I'm going to take the bike down a little bit. I'm going to drop it a little bit and by 20mm and then bring the stem in by 20mm as well. And then in terms of saddles, I'm with Sella Italia again this year and this is the gravel saddle. And I'm really happy with the saddles. Pedals, I'm just running Shimano pedals. Last year I was running Garmin Rally pedals for power, but I don't need them anymore and I actually quite like having lighter pedals and having power cranks instead. But yeah, that's my new bike. And here is the bike from the front. You can see how much clearance I've got. Like I could literally put 50. I could put mountain bike tyres on this bike if I wanted to. I'm feeling like really positive going into this race. Super excited to get racing again. I love this current life I'm living. Hello and welcome to day 2 of Girls Trip
being in this
to
car.
Yeah, us being in this car. We're going
I found out how to put that.
Euthena del Cid today to recce the course.
That was a good pronunciation.
Euthena del Cid. What do we think of the course, guys?
So the winning average speed last year was 21 km/h.
I think that says everything. And we were like, was this a mistake? And then we like found the Strava to check and we've seen people recce it recently. And what speed have they been doing?
16.
14.
Dad speed.
So we've changed what our plan was today. We were going to recce the whole course, 97k, because we thought we could do that in 4 or 5 hours, but I don't think we can.
No.
So we're going to do 75k. Super excited to check out this course. It's going to be crazy. We can see lots of other cyclists doing exactly the same thing. So clearly today is recce day. There's several people in Lycra with cars and bikes. Okay, we've arrived in Euthena del Cid. Let me get the backdrop. It's beautiful here and it looks really hilly, so I can see why the course is hilly. And we're going to go recce part of the course. Sarah, what just happened?
I accidentally put Sophia's wheel on my bike.
What do we think?
You know, Sarah knows a lot about tires. She
She saw Pirelli and that was the
Pirelli and
decision.
she's like,
Honestly, I don't.
Okay, I'm trying out my new thing.
What do you mean? You're
Oh. Okay, we've got 2k left for the first climb. It's scenic. It's also pretty hilly. This is insanely beautiful. Whoa. Okay, we just stopped for a scenic break because this is just so gorgeous.
Look at these trees.
Wow.
It's February.
And we just did a fun descent. That was super fun. But this race is literally just up, down. It's crazy. What's our average speed?
Oh. Well, we should guess. What do we think?
I'm going to say 19.
I'm going to say 16.
I don't know the answer. So.
What's the answer?
17.
17.
Wow! I'm just eating some sweets. And we're going to go again. Oh, the recce. Insane. What do we think?
This is one of the sickest courses I've ever seen, to be honest.
I love
It's so cool.
Sick as in cool.
Yes.
Sorry, Sarah's using some Gen Z lingo.
Sorry, it's not British slang.
We are currently on the big climb of the race. I say big, but it's just the biggest because
They're all big.
In total it's 8 kilos. Right now, no, we finished that one.
oh, we're on another one.
So,
We did the 8K.
well, we still 5 kilos back there.
So this is the second climb, and it's over 8K, which is quite a long way. My chorus keeps beeping at me with climbs and red. Steep. That is the Grand Canyon, is it? Wow. That's just insane. I have to get a video. This is insane. We are on another hella long climb. It's gonna be fun. Okay, I'm in my last gear. I'm trying to do baby watts. I think this group might crack a lot of people. That's way tighter than I realised. Don't overcook that.
I think it's gonna keep slow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. I just skidded around that. No. I skid one by accident, but I wouldn't say I wanted it on purpose with this steepness.
Oh god.
That was bad. Okay, we're on a 4.5K climb. I think this was the last climb for today. Not the last climb in the race. That's insane.
That was so fun.
We're
That
done.
was awesome. Oh.
Okay, post-ride, what's the important thing?
Pasture.
We're gonna eat.
Yay.
Pack
We're gonna
lunch.
shovel food in.
We food
I'm
prepped.
shoveling.
I'm
You didn't bring
shoveling.
forks, you brought shovels.
Which is very plain. Sophia's so hungry she didn't need to take her helmet off.
I also don't know if this is good or if I'm just starving.
I don't think it's that good. I'm just prepping dinner for us all tonight, so we're making a caprese gnocchi bake. So I've made this parmesan and rocket and walnut salad, and then this is the caprese bake before it goes in. This is so cute.
Happy Valentine's Day.
You're the cutest. Okay, welcome to
reconning day 2. We're going up a 5k road climb to get to recon the end of the course. We are back on the course and there's 700 meters of climbing in it, which is not a small amount. 26. We've given ourselves about like an hour and 40 minutes to do it. Sorry, I just hit 27%. What? It's insane. So we're in the last kilometre and I'm currently on 18%. Maxed out at 26. Well, this blossom's beautiful. This is so hard. Day before the race, what are we doing? We're trying to get our carbs in.
As many carbs as possible.
Our last minute carb load.
But I also eat some protein, you know, because I'm trying to get big.
Sarah, what did you just say?
You know what, Maddie?
Yeah.
I'm so freaking excited for this race.
She's so excited. Look at this energy.
It's gonna be so fun.
It
It's
is.
the perfect way to start the year.
It is. We're having such a good time.
Yeah. Girls trip.
Girls trip. Okay, it is race morning. I woke up in the middle of the night sweaty, which has majorly stressed me out, but I'm just trying to keep calm and think maybe it was nerves rather than sickness, because this is what happened before my Migration Gravel race and I had COVID. I feel pretty fine. Like, I feel more or less normal. I'd say 90% normal. So I'm gonna start the race and see how I feel. Just packing up the car.
Glamorous life.
Good morning. Oh, it's bright.
Good morning.
Glamour. It is a beautiful sunrise here in Luthenna.
No, Fred, what was... I don't think it was...
What are these moves? This is the pre-race vibes. Are we prepping for a gravel race or to go on a night out?
I'd rather go on a night out, honestly. Night out is probably... How are we feeling, Maddie?
Momento de ese corte de cinta. 3, 2, 1 y arranca la Castellón
That was really cool.
Yeah!
That was awesome. We ripped the Band-Aid, ladies and gentlemen.
The Band-Aid is off.
The Band-Aid.
We've raced.
We littered it out there. The
Oh, yeah.
Band-Aid, it's out.
It's only a raw skin right now.
Okay, carb count, 380. So 120 in my bottles plus 260 here, 380 for 4.5 hours. That's okay. Could have done better. Could have done a better job. Look at this beautiful town.
We were at breakfast.
I can't... We were like up on these things.
Yeah, we
Like,
were.
on these plateaus, and then there's like other towns, you know?
You know
That's
what?
crazy.
That was one of my favorite race courses.
I actually think that too. It
I
was so
actually think-
cool.
Yeah, it was so beautiful. It was so hard, but I think it was one of my favorites.
I agree. Okay, we're in the car. Sorry, Sophia's having a little bit of road rage.
Road
the car.
going 10 kilometers an hour. It's like he wants me to stall. That would be so embarrassing, dude.
Oh!
Okay, we're in the car. Post race, we went to the pasta party. It was good. I think this was a fun race. It
was a good first race of the year for sure.
It was so well organized, honestly. I was really impressed.
You know what? I was really impressed with how many people there were on like any dangerous corner. Like when it was actually dangerous, there was always someone slowing you down.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and then when it wasn't really dangerous, there was just like a sign that was like, this is kind of dangerous. And then like
This
there
is
wasn't
medium
anyone there.
dangerous.
There were actually so many signs saying dangerous turns, and it got to a point where I was like, oh, like surely not. And then I was like, no,
I
actually.
think every turn was a dangerous turn.
Well, that's how what they thought. They're either like dangerous descent or dangerous turn. But then if you saw them,
Oh, dude,
Whoa.
sick signal.
Good morning from London. I'm literally about to leave to go to Marrakesh, Morocco for my next race, but it is 7 a.m. and I haven't managed to do a little race report for the race on the weekend, the Castellón gravel race. So I thought I'd do a little race report here. So Castellón gravel race started, and it was basically all the women started together and we started on the road. And it was a pretty fast road descent, to be honest, not how you want to start a race. And then we hit first bit of gravel, which kind of separated us out. And I think I was in the front group at that point, and there was 7 of us. I'm pretty certain there was 7. And then we hit a climb and hit the climb with the front group. And I was like, yes, I've made the front group. And we're on this climb, and we're maybe like 10 minutes into the climb. And I looked down at my power, and I kind of just spooked myself out. I was pushing like 300 watts, and I know how long I can do 300 watts for. And thinking that there's a 3,000 meter amount of climbing total for the race to do, I was like, maybe this is insensible. On reflection, maybe I should have kept at it, because actually looking at Strava segments later on in the race, I was doing the longer, steeper climbs at the same pace as the girls at the front, just on my own. So I feel like I maybe shouldn't have done the technique I did, but I really wanted to just kind of get round confidently for this race. So I basically TT'd it the rest of the race. So I like let them go on the climb. And then I was like, right, I'm just going to do my pace, because I think I was more confident that people would crack than maybe they did crack. I think I moved forward 5 positions. So a couple of girls, 2 girls overtook me on that climb, and then I ended up coming 5th. So I think I moved forward about 5 positions. And I basically just like took the descent safely, but relatively fastly. Is that a word? I don't know. And then the climbs, I just kind of like pushed what power I knew I could do and just keep doing all day on the climbs, if that makes sense. And I didn't know where I was in the race. Like I kind of counted how many girls there were in front of me, but you also can't really tell because the 40-year-old men came through when we hit that climb. So like they picked up some women, and I couldn't really tell if people were men or women from behind. So I was like, oh, I don't really know like how many people are in front, but I just kept pushing and I really enjoyed it. It was like such a fun race. And I have to say, organisation was incredible. Every single slightly dangerous thing had a sign and someone there if it was more dangerous than slightly. And like everyone was riding really safely. The atmosphere was amazing. Like you'd be in the middle of nowhere and there'd be some random locals just cheering you on, which was so cool. And I did ride with a few guys a couple of times. Like I had people to ride with. I didn't really ride with many women much, because we started, just a little bit in front of, like 2 minutes in front of the 40-year-old men. 40-year-old men are quite fast, or they can be. So I'm not sure who planned on that ordering, thinking that they wouldn't catch us. Really hope I get to do it again next year. I don't know if I will, because my season's finishing in like November, and I don't think I'll be ready to go again in Feb. But I absolutely loved it, and I 100% would do it next year if I'm racing that soon. Maybe I'll just go for like a fun training race.
Guys, where are you going? I want to go to the pizzeria.
We're riding the Lauf Angels of Valencia, and I'm gonna say it's a bit better.
I think it's better. Look at the. I don't think we can get the view. There was ruins down there. It's gorgeous.
We're riding the of Valencia.
Action!
Okay, what do we think about the blue?
I think the blue's perfect.
Because we've also got, hold on one second.
Oh.
So we've also got this blue and purple kind of contrast.
Oh, I kind of like the contrast.
Yeah, so do I, but this one's lighter, it's like thinner.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think it's gonna be hot.
It was pretty hot today,
It was
wasn't it?
pretty hot today, so I think I'm gonna do mesh.
Okay, go for mesh.
Okay, rather than style.
I would go for style personally.
No, you wouldn't.
I would definitely go for style.
I know.
But Maddie's about performance.
Sophia, what are you doing?
Getting as many carbs in as possible before the race. Every bite I take is 1 watt faster.
I agree.